Hey, good day, everybody. So it's Tuesday, February 8th. I'm out handling some things. I'll update later with some updates on the situation going on. Uh, I've had a lot of calls, a lot of people stopping by. Uh, as I said before, I'm not a politician. That's not my goal. Uh, I appreciate everybody's support and the things that come. People that's come and talked to me, told me their thoughts. It helps me keep a perspective on what my mission is here. But look, let's talk about these elections coming up. Not just the commissioner election that I'm trying to help with here a little bit. But let's talk about elections in general. Hey, we are the people. All right. I never looked at things like this before. It's something I've learned in the past few years. We elect these people. All right. Most of these officials local are all elected, and we have a say in that. So you got to do more than sit at home and think about it and go to the poll and vote. You got to get out and talk to these candidates. There's a candidate meeting tonight in a center. I believe it starts around 5:30, somewhere around there before the candidates start speaking. It's at the Wyndham Civic Center there on Hurst Street. I highly encourage everybody to get out, make a presence, come talk to these candidates, see who's doing what for you. If they're not doing the things for you you want them to do, and they got running mates, step over and talk to them. Find out their views. Let's just take the commissioner race for instance, because this is something I'm vested in right here as far as things that are going on and candidates involved and so on and so forth. A lot of folks just think this commissioner job is all about maintaining the roads and blading the roads, but let's get deeper into it. Let's look at what the commissioners do otherwise. All right, Mr. Bellmeyer, he's been there for 4 years. He is the incumbent. He is seeking re-election. Yes, I've heard people complain. I myself was one of those at one point. All right, but then when all this stuff started coming up, and a little bit prior to that, I started digging deeper into what the commissioner's job titles are, and it goes so much further than just maintaining roads and putting in culverts and stuff. There's a lot these commissioners get together. They have a commissioner court. County judge oversees that. The county judge oversees that, and they make a lot of decisions there that decide the finances of Shelby County. I think there's 4 commissioners, I believe. They make decisions on everyday decisions on budgets and things like that. There's a lot more involved. I don't know the criteria of the other 2 candidates as far as what their knowledge is of the things that go on in office. And like I said before, I'm not going to sit here and tell you I'm supporting one candidate or another. There's one I will not support, and I think I've made that clear. But Mr. Bellmeyer, he's done a great deal of work behind the scenes, from what I'm understanding, and I believe it's public record. You can probably find out about it. I think the commissioner courts are public. I feel like you can get in there and sit down and listen as well, just like the city council meetings. If we don't show up to 10, it's hard for us to complain. Myself, I've had complaints, but I haven't took my butt to a meeting. But I'm fixing to start. I have a business here in town, and I feel like I need to, start being in these things and seeing what's going on and try to help. If I've got solutions for some tax issues or something I can bring to the table that they're willing to hear, that will help everybody as a community and as a whole, I'd like to be part of that. Like I said, I'm not looking for a political role by any means, but I sit back and I see people gripe, and I was one of them. And until we stand up and get in there and try to be part of a solution, and rather than just be a part of a problem, we're not benefiting nothing. It's hard to be heard that way. All right. Like I said, I've had to learn to fight a different battle. I've had to learn how to fight these things in a different method. And sometimes presentation's everything. All right. So that being said, like I said, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes for a lot of these elected officials that we don't see. We think DAs are there to convict. We think county attorneys are there to do the same with the lesser cases. There's a lot that goes on for these folks. Sheriff's department, they're elected. The sheriff's elected, and we think his job is to uphold crime, and it is. But their job truly is to keep the people safe and report the crimes, take notes on them, turn them over to the people above him, being the attorneys up above him, the county attorney, district attorney, judges and things like that, and let them decide whether or not that if the charges are relevant and if they can be proven. All right. So get out, get involved, man. I can't stress it enough. Like I said, there's a meet the candidate thing tonight. There's going to probably be quite a bit of those going on over the next 3 or 4 weeks. We got primaries coming up, I believe, on March 1st, and I'm not a political guru. I know there's several positions running. There's only Republican candidates, such as this commissioner race here. I think in that instance, one of them has to at least get majority vote without to avoid a runoff. You need to get out and be heard, man. I'm telling y'all, there's a lot at stake here. Be aware, you county commissioners they make a lot of decisions, and they also kind of govern the constables and things like that. So you got to be careful when you sometimes try to get too much power and too much politic and too much influence in one place. And I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to get into no more over that, all right? I started this out, and I told myself I was going to follow it through no matter what it cost me, no matter what I have to do. Ain't nobody mighty enough around here to run me out of here or anything else. So I'm not worried about that situation. I'll be here. But like I said, get out, get involved. We can't sit back as citizens and continue to complain and not get out and get involved. Do it respectfully. Do your best to keep your composure. It's not always easy. Perfect example right here. It's not always easy. I haven't approached this situation 100% correct from the get-go. I've had my share of foul mouth interactions, and for that I apologize, but it is what it is. But I've stepped back and I've learned I got to handle this different. So get out. I can't stress enough. Get out, get involved, man. There's meet the candidates coming up. There's something going on for some or all, several nights coming into the March 1st elections or whatever. Get out, ask questions, be diligent. You ain't got to go in with a bad attitude. Prime example again. But go in there, ask questions, be heard. If you got a question, ask them. Just ask them. Like I said before, Bellmeyer's done a lot, I think. I think this young kid, Rustin's got a promising future. I know everybody's concerned with his age. Get out and ask him questions. See if he's got the answers to the questions you want. Don't just judge him or pass him by because of his age. The other candidate on the ballot, he's dealing with some issues, and I don't think them issues are going away. If you got questions about that, I'm not telling you can't vote for him. I'm just telling you get out and ask questions. Put it in your own hands. Put it where you can go back and tell somebody and actually give them some good information and say, hey, this is why I'm supporting so-and-so, or hey, this is why I don't support so-and-so. But we the people, we have the voice, all right? But we can't continue to complain about the city and about the county and the things they do when we have every opportunity as citizens to go to these meetings and voice our opinions, all right? Yeah, there are opinions, but if you get out and you voice them enough and enough people see it, I think these politicians will take it to heart. I think they'll look at the better of you, I know Mr. Bellmeyer, from my understanding, has done a lot of work behind the scenes on some roads with some erosion issues and stuff, and maybe stepped in to get some state funded grants or some state help. I don't know the pure details. Like I said, I'm not 100% positive on that, but I know there's some concrete bridges and stuff he's had installed as well that all come from majority of it was state funded. I mean, he went and found the ways to get it done and save the taxpayers dollars. I mean, that's things we need to think about. All right, like I said, I can't tell you who to vote for. I'm not going to tell you who I'm voting for. All right. But we got to get out. We have to get out there, people. We have to be the voice, and we have to ask questions. We can't make good judgments on who we want to vote and who we want to represent us if we're not out being involved. All right. That's what this video is about today. Meet the candidates tonight. Center, Texas, Hurst Street, Wyndham Civic Center. Starts at 5, I believe. Doors open at 5. Candidates start speaking around 5:30. I don't know if you'll be allowed to ask questions publicly, but I believe you'll be able to walk by the candidates' tables and speak to them, shake their hands, tell them who you are, ask them any questions, all right? Get out and do these things. We got another one coming up Saturday here in Timpson, Texas for Don D. Tipton on his commissioner race. Get out, get involved. I plan to be at all of them I can be at. We all know my stance. I've made it public. I'm I'm not going there to cause problems, but I'll be there as well to help answer any questions for anybody maybe seeking answers. I'll do my best to give you the truth, nothing but the truth, and we'll see how things go. And everybody wants to talk about ethics and morals and work ethic and all of that. I can't speak on nobody's work ethic, but when I've experienced personal things with you and other things are floating around that to me show you morals and your ethics, and you're trying to preach a different game when you're out in public, I'm gonna stand up for everybody for that. All right, that's my goal here, and I'm going to continue doing what I said I'd do. Now it's up to you if you get out there and show the support that we've talked about when we've had conversations. All right, so get out, ask these questions. Let's get the right people in the right places. So, what we're gonna say, make Shelby County great again. You know what I'm saying? Let's get the right people there to represent us, the constituents of the county, all precincts, not just for every precinct. We need to all be doing our diligence, getting the right people in office. There's a lot of good people in there. There's a lot of good people up for election. A lot of the races are going to be tough, I think. Some of them, they're not going to be as tough because it is what it is, and people are going to see through other people for what they are, and they're going to realize that's not what they need for their county or their representation. So get out. Let's go. Let's get everybody get out there and see what these candidates got to offer, and let's get the right people in the right places. Thanks.